Abdusator Mitsoyev is the rare Deccan or private farmer. On his 20 hectares of land, 16 are dedicated to cotton and the remaining 4 hectares to wheat and rice.
From cotton, today, from 1 ton of raw cotton, we make $220. I gave 43 tons of raw cotton to the plant.
Have you been paid for it?
No.
Abdusator will have to wait a season or 2, if not more, to be paid for his cotton. He is happier with his vegetable garden, growing corn, watermelon or tomatoes than his 20 hectares of land. The vegetables bring in much needed cash and food for his family. But he is obliged to grow cotton. In fact, he's had to ask for special permission from the district authorities to grow other crops. He was granted permission, and that's how he decided to plant wheat. But things still haven't improved.
We have planted wheat. I've already borrowed money to buy seed for the wheat, but we don't have any fertilizers. And they're already not paying us, and it's getting harder. If you could get the money from the cotton, we would be able to buy fertilizers.
Abdusator now has no solution other than to ask for an additional loan of $400 from his village committee. A few years ago, the international community, aware of the food shortages, granted $25,000 to 5 villages in this district. The people created a committee, and over time the modest funds have become an efficient microcredit system. The interest rates are very low, at only 2%, and the system allows the villagers to buy seeds, fertilizers, or even start small businesses.
The banking system did not address, at least until now, the financial needs of the individuals, of the families, of the farmers. There are vulnerable groups which has to be supported. And there are conflicts and potential for conflicts due to the lack of resources or unequal access to resources. Revealing all these needs and finding the right solution within the community is the best way to solve it. It's true, all of them are involved in cotton production. And they want something else, and they need something else. Not only food for their families. There is a great potential for fruits, for vegetables. They find out that it's better to produce different kind of agricultural products and to sell them, to sell the surplus in the market.
In the capital, Dushanbe, the intelligentsia is well aware that things are not as they should be, but nobody dares to criticize the system openly.
The situation in the agricultural sector of the country is very bad. Agricultural productivity is low. Since over the last 2 to 3 years, there have been no harvests in rain-fed lands. We were able to harvest some crops on irrigated lands. Due to the lack of water, cotton fields were irrigated 3 to 4 times instead of 5 to 6 times, which has decreased yields. In general, there was a lack of water in the country.
Water has always been a problem in Central Asia. The region has a long history of droughts. But cotton monoculture, which relies on massive irrigation, has amplified the problem with disastrous environmental consequences. Desertification and, above all, the destruction of the Aral Sea. But that's only part of the picture. Cotton, Tajikistan's national treasure, the only way to improve people's lives, has actually turned out to be a source of poverty and what looks suspiciously like forced labour. So are the cotton fields of Central Asia, the new face of slavery.